Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Fatimah Zahra Jamadar from grade 7C, and today I will be reading a story to you called Praise Be to Our Creator. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. In a little country town not far away lived Muhammad and his sister Zainab. They were sweet, obedient little children. Everyone loved them very much. One afternoon, their mother said, "Granny is not feeling well today. I have made some soup. Be good children and take it to her, will you?" "Yes, we will, insha'Allah," replied Muhammad happily. Zainab put the soup carefully into a basket and off they went. Now, to get to Granny's house, they had to cross a little field. In the field, there were beautiful flowers. "I will pick some for Granny," said Zainab. Granny loves flowers. They also saw long-tailed birds, tiny insects, colorful butterflies, and lush green grass. "Subhanallah," Zainab said. "Allahu Akbar," Muhammad confirmed. After they gathered enough flowers for Granny, they skipped along to the house. "Knock, knock." "Who's there?" asked Granny in a weak voice. "Zainab and I," said Muhammad. "Please come in. The door is unlocked," said Granny. "Assalamu alaikum, Granny. How are you feeling?" they asked. "Wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, my sweethearts," replied Granny. "Mommy has sent some soup to help you feel better," said Zainab. "Jazakallah," said Granny. "Granny, on our way here, we saw such beautiful creations of Allah Ta'ala. It was amazing," said Muhammad. "Yes, my little ones, Allah Ta'ala has created many things. Just see how perfectly He made you," said Granny. "Allah Ta'ala gave me eyes," said Zainab. "All the better to read the Holy Quran with," said Granny. "I have tiny ears," said Muhammad, pointing to them. "What better than to hear the teachings of Islam with," replied Granny. "And a nose," giggled Zainab. "What better than to smell these lovely flowers with, created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala," said Granny, bending down to smell the flowers they had brought. "I have a big mouth," said Muhammad, opening his mouth as wide as he could. "What better to use to call to Salah 5 times a day," laughed Granny, enjoying the little game. "We eat with our mouths too," said Granny. "Please have some fruit, children." "I have little hands," said Zainab. "What better than to hug with," said Granny, giving Muhammad and Zainab a big hug. "Yes, yes, and I have strong legs," cried Muhammad, jumping up and down excitedly. "What better than to walk in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with," smiled Granny. And on they went, talking about all the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Soon Granny was feeling much better. Zainab and Muhammad were so happy. They never realized just how many perfect things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. That night, they prayed to Allah Ta'ala, thanking and praising Him for making them so perfectly.